Actually, most things that people are doing here are illegal. We want to be honest.
Yes.
Most things that people are doing here are illegal.
Exactly, yeah.
Talk even about the taxi business. It's illegal. Outright
Hello, viewers. Welcome to our random conversations with the gents. Gentlemen, welcome. Earlier in the day, we just finished shooting one video that we're doing. So now these are just the playful sessions we have with the boys as we discuss life on the island. Life on the island, gentlemen. Joining me to my left, gentlemen, introduce yourselves, man. I don't have to do this again.
Hi guys, Comrade Brothers.
Comrade Brothers, all the way from Gonyeli, Cyprus.
Yes, I'm telling you. No, it's not Gonyeli.
Yeah,
that's too hard. It's Gonyeli.
Gonyeli.
Yeah, that's the only suburb. You know all other places. you know with all other places. Yeah, when you say Hamid Koi, Koi means a village.
Oh, okay.
So these are villages.
All right.
Hamid Koi, Gochman Koi. These are villages. But Gonyeli is a suburb. All the way from Gonyeli. Yes. All the way from Gonyeli. Yes.
Bruh, who are you, bro?
My name is Israel. They call me Fortex. Yes.
Fortex also does Forex, guys.
Yes.
So if you're looking for some trading advice or someone to hook you up, that's the man right there.
Yes.
Fortex Forex. And this one is Kwafatso. The only you call it Bruvos. The only sausages on the island, man, that make you feel like you're back home wherever you come from. I know you have those sausages. So, gentlemen, the conversation we have today, man, like you guys are going to be teaching me something here because I want to understand. You know, we are on this island and people are doing the most to try and keep up with life. People are doing a lot of activities, but then I wanted to understand. Is it possible for one to be a Christian on this island and actually make money the right way? Like, can you really practice your Christian life in you hustling for the bag?
You know, the implication is that these men are making money already.
Yes.
So if we say that they are making money already, and if we ask, is it possible to make money the right way?
Actually, that's where I would want to come in.
Are we implying something about our brothers here?
The way I'm struggling,
are we implying something about our brothers here?
Yeah. And you ask me advice of money. It surprises me.
We're also chasing the
bag. But I know you gentlemen. You are some established gentlemen.
No, if you say enterprising,
yes,
enterprising,
yes. That's why I said hustling for the bag.
Yeah,
like can you genuinely hustle for the bag while sticking to your Christian morals and values on this island?
Or maybe there's just one illegal deal you need to do.
Do you really need to dig into some illegal activity for things to move?
Is this a trap or something?
No, it's not a trap. It's not a trap. But we want to unpack living on the island. Like, is it possible really as a Christian? Like, you know, because I know for Christians we are told that, you know, you have to be very prayerful and everything. But also the reality of life is that you have to expose yourself out there and try to do something to help yourself find a living. So is there like, is it really possible? I'm not saying what activities should we do or anything like, but I'm saying in general, do you think on this island, having come where we've come from, is it possible for someone who maybe wants to come from some village in Africa to actually say, I can build a name for myself while sticking to my morals and values of being a Christian?
You can't sleep as though you are competing with the dead and still expect to make it in the land of the living. Okay. If you ask most people here on the island, they will tell you that here in Cyprus, you cannot sleep the day you woke up.
All right.
They'll tell you that you don't sleep the day you woke up. Yes. And what literally mean is they'll stay up late until 2 a.m., 3 a.m., then they sleep. Then spend the whole day sleeping.
Okay.
Then wake up at 4 p.m.
All right.
When everyone is knocking off from business.
Yeah.
everything is closing down except markets and
Yeah.
shops. Then they wake up and go buy alcohol or buy some noodles.
Yeah.
They make noodles and stay up late until 3 a.m.
All right.
So they are opposing the productive hours.
Oh,
The
all right. All
productive
right.
hours.
No, the problem is, I think the statement they say, it seems like it's a productive statement to say you cannot sleep the day you woke up.
Yeah.
And it says something like you should do something to the extent that you extend your hours of sleeping
All right.
to the next day. Right. So I think it's counterintuitive when you say that and you sleep the whole day. Then I don't know how people say that
At
statement.
face value, you might think, yeah, people are doing something, yeah. They don't sleep the day they woke up. That means they stay up late working. No, they would have just woken up a few hours earlier. At 6, that's when they wake up.
All right.
And then stay up late until 3. So the same time that one who makes use of the day, the same time that person takes, is the same time they take sleeping.
All right.
And then that time that one takes working is the time they take also watching movies or some other thing. But I'm not going to blame anyone for being lazy. Probably we haven't tapped into some opportunities that we came with a mentality of getting something conventional.
Yeah.
You know,
Education.
when you're in Europe, that means you're going to get student jobs, part-time jobs.
Yeah.
And you're going to be working 20 hours a week. And you're going to be able to pay your rent and support people back home.
Yeah.
And your upkeep. Then when you come here, it's not the same, you know. It's not that kind of Europe that you would expect.
Yeah, it's true.
So now we forgot to change gears into a hustling mode.
Because it's not there.
Now we're supposed to adjust in time.
Into the hustling
Right
mode.
into the hustling mode or go back home.
All right.
Now we did not go back home. That means we did not make decisions when we were supposed to.
Oh, okay.
And back home, they are asking, because remember, most of us gave testimonies before we came here. Brother, we went before the church. And thank God, you know, God is amazing. I'll be going to Cyprus.
All
you
right.
know. So everyone is so I have to show up. I have to show face. You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
I have to
it's
show
true.
face.
Yeah, it's true.
Now they're asking me, hey, brother, when are you coming back? Hey, man, I don't have answers to that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've moved on.
No, for sure you won't have answers to that because at the end of the day, you cannot go back home with nothing.
All right.
Because people are expecting someone who's coming from Europe
To have something.
like they call it, from Europe to have something. You cannot go back there and like when people are going with the combis and everything, you go back there and you're going to town or on foot or on a bicycle.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're forced to stick here, even if you're doing nothing, because you're trying to hide the shame of you going back home and do like any other people who have been in Zimbabwe are doing.
All right. So you gentlemen are giving me these answers, right? But then from your answers, I'm trying to understand, like, so does this mean coming to Cyprus, because you spoke about having to change gears into a hustling mode, and you also spoke about the expectations of people back home that when you go there, there's something that's supposed to be happening. Does it mean that when you come to Cyprus, there's no way of actually making it while sticking to the right values? Or do we have to actually hustle maybe in shady ways for us to make it so that we keep face with the people back home? Or do we actually have to leave Cyprus and go back home or go to another place if we want to make it? Like, can you make it? As in, like, probably you can give examples of, you know, this is just a basic example of how someone can hustle, you know, in Cyprus. Because I meet a lot of students who are saying, there's nothing, you know, there are no jobs, or jobs are not paying enough in Cyprus, and police are coming and finding us there or something like that. So it seems like everyone is scared or everyone is not having enough. But can one actually be content and have enough here in Cyprus without the fear of, this hustle that I want to do might land me in trouble?
Actually, most things that people are doing here are illegal. We want to be honest.
Yes.
Most things that people are doing here are illegal.
Exactly, yeah.
Talk even about the taxi business. It's illegal. Outright illegal.
Yeah.
It's not allowed to operate a pirate taxi. And it's only that there's not been a major accident that involves pirate taxis.
Okay.
That people don't see the consequences of that.
Yeah.
And now it's still, okay, cat and mouse with the police. They are not sure are you my friend? Why are you in my car?
Yeah,
But
something
they
like
understand, they know people are doing this, but they don't have solid evidence to nip you down to say, look here, you're doing this. But wait until something like that happens. But God forbid, we don't wish for that. God forbid. So most things that people are doing are already illegal.
Yes.
It's not allowed to sell food. You see on statuses people are selling food and so on. What if there's food poisoning?
Yeah, it's true.
People die. Who is regulating all those kitchens? People die. But it's only that something like that has not yet happened. And that's why we find it easy. We must understand the society we are in. This society is closed. Cyprus for a long time was a closed society which had no interaction with the outside.
Okay.
So when we came in, when there was an influx of foreigners, let me say African students to be specific.
Yes.
The society has not opened up enough to accommodate these people within all the sectors. Okay. What they've only done is to open up their educational tourism, because when you are here, you buy food every day, you pay rentals, you're paying tax, so you're sustaining their economy. They have only taken the side of you providing income to them and not you benefiting from them. Okay. Every year you are expected to go for your medicals, for whatever, paying tax. You are only contributing to them. But what are you getting in return?
Nothing. Just education.
Nothing to you. Do you know that these institutions, after you've graduated, they don't employ you?
Yes.
The very institutions that educate you, they don't employ you. So you see that there has to be a paradigm shift. Let's stop focusing on the students who are coming here.
All right.
Let's actually start looking onto the economy as a broader, from a broader perspective. To say, don't only issue out student visas.
Okay.
Start issuing out work permits.
As well.
I should be able to apply for a job from South Africa, coming to Cyprus to work, not to learn.
Yes.
I should apply for a visa to come and invest and not to learn. Because right now, if you see any black person here, that person, be rest assured, was here because of a student permit. That's why it's awkward to see an old man with white hair. Black. It's awkward. You ask yourself, what is he doing here?
What is he doing here?
It's abnormal to see an old man.
Because everyone here is assumed to be a student. As long as you're black, we assume you're a student.
It's awkward to see a 4-year-old, 5-year-old.
In Cyprus.
A 10-year-old. It's awkward. Unless you were born here, that means we expect you around 4, 5. But not 11, 12. We don't have teenagers who are black people. Why? Because everyone who's here is expected to be a student. So, as long as the society is still like that, then don't expect anything illegal to go away. That's why we have got an influx of people in prisons. The society has not opened up for us to do the right thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a very crucial point, because at the end of the day, you understand that at the end of the day, you need to make a living.
Yeah.
Coming from countries that are third world countries, there's a certain extent the people who are supporting you with whatever they're supporting school fees, they can go to, right? And there's a certain age that we're also expected to do something for yourself. But the unfortunate thing is that when you come here, people in back home, they are saying that is in Europe, right? And we're expecting, since you're in Europe, you're in a better position. And to be honest with you, when you come here, people think that you're in a better position, but you're actually not in a better position. Because at the end of the day, the society, like I was saying, has not opened its doors to people who are not students. As long as you're not a student here, I was working this other job in city center there. You know, every black person would come in that shop would ask me, how did you get this job? Because it's not normal for a black person to work in a shop, right? Imagine a shop. It's a pawn shop, right? They sell phones and everything. They do pawns and everything, right? And it's not normal for a black person to be working in that kind of environment on this island. So at the end of the day, everyone looks at you. They look shocked that how are you doing this job? How are you doing this? because this environment was solemnly made to be an environment for students. You come here, you learn, you go to school, you go back to your country. And the funny thing is, they will teach you like their language in school. You have to do it specifically. You cannot graduate without doing Turkish. So what am I doing Turkish for if I'm not going to get employment in this country?
All right.
Right. What's the reason of me learning Turkish? Right. Because at the end of the day, all other subjects that I'm going to be learning, all other modules I'm doing them in English. Right. If I'm going to use them, I'll use them in English. Right. And I learn Turkish. They make me to learn Turkish. What for? That's the question. If they're not going to employ me, they're not going to give me an opportunity to do something in their country.
Can I tell you something that is very interesting? I went to Tuxel this other day when PS5 had just been released.
Yeah.
I went there. I wanted to buy a PS5. Then they said, no, you can't. I said, why? They said, Yabanji. They said, what do you mean? I can't buy a PS5. Then said, no, you can't buy this. Then I said, okay, I have cash. They said, no, we don't accept cash for this. You can only buy with an installment, and you are a foreigner. You cannot be given installments.
Wow.
That was from Tuxel, official shop, Tuxel.
Wow.
They refused that I buy a PS5
With cash.
with cash. And they said, you can only get a Cypriot or a Turkish person to buy it for you. You give them cash, then they buy it on installments for you. That's number one. Number two, for those few who are fortunate to be research assistants, not even full-time employees, to be research assistants in
like
universities, part-time, like sort of, you're a PhD holder, but you're treated as a part-time person, right? You're referred to as a research assistant, PhD holder,
You might even
research assistant.
You might even be better than someone who is your superior.
I will give you an example using my bank JEP account now. Did you know that I'm not allowed an overdraft? I've been using this bank for the past 6 years.
But you have no credit score.
You have no credit score because you're a foreigner. You're a black person. A Pakistani has a credit score.
Wow.
A Pakistani has a credit score. A Bangladeshi has a credit score. A black person does not have a credit score.
Wow.
Do you know that it's only recent that each bank started issuing out credit cards to black people? Otherwise, they would not. They'll just give you an ATM card and a debit card.
Even if they're issuing out, the amount they ask from foreigners for you to open an account with each bank.
It's deterring. It's deterring. And your limit on the same credit card now that they opened is 2,000 Turkish liras per month. So what do you do with 2,000 Turkish liras per month? That's your maximum. That's your cap for your each bank, right? That's you are also not allowed to receive money that is more than $1,000 per day. And per month, you can only receive a maximum of 3,000. What do you do?
It's limited, really.
So if the environment does not promote employment for foreigners, why should you stay here? Why?
So basically what we're saying is legally holding on to your Christian values and everything, it's very difficult, if not nearly impossible, for a foreign student to come here and make a name for themselves. Wow. So
it's almost impossible, bro.
Almost impossible.
The possibility of that happening, it's like around 2% of you doing something important here and be as a respected person in business, like business wise, when you're not doing something illegal. It's almost impossible because no one in this country will give you that opportunity to do that. If you're going to do it, you do it among yourself, which makes it illegal most of the time.
All right. Wow. All right. Thank you for your contributions on that, gentlemen. I mean, viewers, here you go. I don't know what you're doing out there, hustling for the bag, trying to make a living or anything, But if you're doing something and you're making it, I just want to urge you to keep doing it, If it's working for you, it's all right. I hope it's legal though, because it's a foreign land. It's a foreign land. But anyways, this podcast we just speak about what the viewers want to hear, man. Like what the viewers want to hear. So there's this burning question that I've heard a couple of people, freshers in particular, who are coming, getting advice on these things and everything. But what do you gentlemen think? On the island, there's a lot of dating and going in and out and situationships and everything. on this island, can someone hold a proper relationship on this island? Or is it a place where, you have to offer something, like you have to offer more than you would have to in a normal relationship to maintain it? Or can it just be straightforward? Or at least, first of all, I don't know. Can you define for me your understanding of what could be a normal relationship? What's expected of a normal relationship?
I think if it's a question of can someone, yes, someone can, but is it happening? Right? Because we cannot speak of something that can happen. We can only speak of something that is happening.
That's on the ground.
That we have proof of. And in Cyprus, brother, 1% of the relationship we can say they are pure and
Actual proper
relationships. Others are just like, you give me something, I'll give you something. We move on, just like that. Because it's a transaction here, actually.
So it's a means.
It's a means.
It's just people trying to get a living out of a relationship.
You give me something, you rub my shoulder, I'll rub your shoulder.
Oh.
We move on.
All right, rubbing shoulders. Comrade brothers, what's your take on this? I see you're laughing so much. You have some experience. You have seen some things. That's counted as experience. Seeing things is counted experience. It might not particularly be you, but comrade, what's your thoughts on this, man?
The first thing that I would say is we are social animals.
Social
We are
animals.
social animals, and we are victims of exposure.
Okay.
Right. So I might pretend not to care about what you're doing, brother. But deep down I would be wanting and wishing it was me.
All right.
So that happens also both ways. Even those ladies, and relationships here on the island have been put on an auction a long time ago. So they go to the highest bidder. If you have a genuine conversation with some of these ladies, they will tell you, brother, if it was normal, if it was a normal society, I would have dated you. But allow me, brother. allow me to go.
Allow me to go. Not just to go. To go to someone else.
They will
Okay.
be honest with you. If we meet somewhere, maybe if we go to Canada or we meet back in Zimbabwe,
Then we can make it work.
We can make it work. But allow me to go. I will not mention any country. I will not mention anyone. But I'm just saying relationships have been allowed to go on an auction. And currently, the highest bidder takes it all.
Oh, wow. Viewers.
Like it or not. Like it or not. Like it or not. That is the thing. No wonder. Actually, this thing is not independent from your first thing that you brought up. That's what then puts pressure on young men.
To try and
To
make
try
up
and
for
make
it.
money. But in the process, they overstep their abilities.
So now you have
Because
to
they're
cover
trying
up
to
the
impress
gap.
someone.
It's not them living now. It's trying to live up.
Oh, so there's a
measure up.
standard
There's a
that
standard.
that was set already.
But this standard is far-fetched, brother. It's not easy. It's
All
not
right,
easy.
all right.
You can't.
So it's very difficult.
In our culture, we say,
This brother is not even in the frame, man. Like, this brother is not even in the frame.
I'm in the frame, my brother. I'm in the
Come,
frame.
brother. Come.
I'm in the frame. Let me come.
Get a chair. I want you to come in. This brother is curious, bruh. He's curious.
I'm also
He wants to
curious.
join
This is
in. Come, let's talk. Let's see what you think.
Yes.
in my country, we say, vanotanhadza vasingasviki.
All right. All right, for viewers watching, that basically means when you're trying to reach for something that's so
Mango.
It basically means you are punching above your weight class.
okay.
So in order to maintain what you are trying to grab there, what you're trying to get there, you need to pull yourself up for you to measure up. But
wow.
by virtue of the environment you are in, by virtue of where you are currently, it's taxing. And so whatever means you have is now just, taken and then passed on. For yourself, you are left with almost next to nothing until a brother who is better placed than you shows a muscle that is a bit.
Hey, so it's basically a transaction.
At the end of the day, you're competing with the ones that are on a better position.
Brother, men, our young men here, when they leave the island, they need serious counseling. Some of them have lost self-esteem.
Wow.
Because of this. We may take it lightly, but this thing is affecting them psychologically, mentally. And on the other hand, anyway, it has not only been one-sided.
Yeah.
Ashawo came and also destroyed. It destroys the markets. It destroys the markets.
So it's
The relationship market that was destroyed.
yeah. If you see from the time Ashawo got introduced, most people started going out. That's when people started going back home, traveling back. Why? Because the highest bidders
are now going to just buy what they need.
Yes. They don't need maintenance now.
Yeah.
They can just get,
A service.
Exactly. What they used to save, what they used to pay for
Maintain.
over time, maintain. Now they can just get for a short time.
And it's done.
It's done. It's gone. Brothers are getting also up there.
But in all this, let us not get it wrong. In all this, that is not to say that all relationships are like this. There are situations where some people have gotten into relationships that ended up in marriage, and we praise God for that.
Yeah, amen.
But it takes.
And they are easy to maintain, because from what I'm getting, it means because it's more of a transaction of an auction, right? Which means the men are after sex, and the ladies are also after money. So it's become an exchange of these two commodities.
It's transactional.
So basically, if you can't offer what I am looking for, then
Go.
it's not happening.
It's not.
So a relationship cannot be maintained in Cyprus if a guy is not able to put effort of monetary value. And if a lady is not able to offer also sexual satisfaction, then there's a breakdown.
That doesn't encompass the whole picture, but we can say that
That's
for
the majority
of
for the environment that we're living in.
And brother Tobbs, for those few that you said are outside this bracket, have they been in those relationships willingly, or some of them have enjoyed the relationships? Brother, we are victims of exposure. We don't exist as islands.
Yeah.
We are influenced by what we see. That lady also wants those nails. That lady, when others show off their iPhone 14s, she also wants that. But then others will say, no. But deep down, brother.
She's just being strong.
She's being strong. She's going through a lot.
Or maybe,
No.
Or maybe because it's church.
It's also on the flip side, because these men want that lady. And then after a few months, these men look at that lady with her iPhone and her nails. But they're like, she used to look good.
Now
She just looks finished.
they want to move on.
They're like, no, it's fine. You can stay where you are. It's okay.
but on the contrary side, like I think also it's possible to actually sustain a relationship here. Like I said, I equated it to 2% of the relationships.
Okay.
Yes, there's always that 2%. If I left the 2%, it's there. Yes.
But we're saying the majority.
The majority, it's 98%. It's a lost cause, right?
Wow.
But the 2%, they are there. We see them. I've seen people wedding here on the island. People are having kids on the island. Kids are growing up, and it's
properly. Still, after.
But I'm saying you can give it something, bro.
Oh, okay.
You can give it something. At the end of the day, they've tried in an environment where it's almost impossible.
Yeah, actually, if they give give it to them.
You should give it to them because in this environment, like to be honest, when we came here, it was 100% impossible to handle
a proper relationship.
I have a testimony.
No, brother, no.
There would be statements such as
we're not going into your testimony.
There would be statements such as, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And you'd say yes. Like, where is she? No, she's back in my country. People like, no. We mean, do you have a girlfriend here? And then you are confused. Like, but wait, I already told you that. Until you also understand that
there's a girlfriend here, brother.
There is something called a girlfriend here.
Right.
Gentlemen, let me stop you right there. So guys, these are the thoughts of this gentleman. I also want to hear what you guys think.
In the comment
So go
section.
in the comment section below and just type your thoughts. In the next episode, we'll start from there and I'll just give a rundown to this gentleman of what you guys would have said. But there's also another question. I'm representing the crowd, gentlemen. I'm representing the people. I'm for the people. I'm for you. So there's a sensitive question that I've been asked with my brother from another denomination, and it's a question that's been like he was concerned with Christians on the island generally. If you go to a Muslim, he's always asking like, so you Christians, are you not just the same? Like, why are you guys different and stuff like that? And the guy was curious. He was asking like, can all the churches like on the island not per se become one church, but can you unite Christians on this island? Is it a task that if you give it to, I don't know, maybe the guy from next door or the next black person you see, it will be something that's impossible for him to do? Or do you think it can be done? I want to hear what you guys think. Like, is there a way that we can connect all the Christians on this island, make it a closer community, become one, maybe do activities together? Because at the end of the day, it's all about God, innit? So is there a way, or is it possible, first of all, for Christians on the island to be united?
I'll leave my brothers to answer this one.
The first thing that I would want to say here is matters of religion are not a hobby.
Okay.
This is not a hobby that I would say I'm going to church on Saturday. List your hobbies, going to church. It's not a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
These are matters that have to do with my present life and future.
All right.
And matters that even transcend my current life that have to do with my salvation. So, yes, I understand from a non-Christian perspective, it's confusing. Okay, you are saying you're all Christians, but others go on.
Why is it different and everything?
Others on Saturday, others on Sunday. Actually, the Saturday and Sunday might be clearly distinct.
Yeah.
But okay, you're
Same
on
Sunday,
Sunday,
but
others are
different,
there, others are there. Why can't you just be one?
In one, yeah.
So I think my answer to that one will be, this is not a hobby.
All right.
It is someone who died for.
Okay.
And it's a matter of principle and my faith. So yes, we will meet and have sports together. We have African sports.
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
always
we-
have. Amazing. Let's have them as much as we can.
Yeah,
but then when it comes to
religion,
faith,
yeah.
it's different.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same point with him. But I'd wonder, like churches on that, if there are any church leaders who are going to watch these ones. If it's possible, let's create an environment whereby we are all Christians. We come into a one space, not with an idea to argue, but to learn. Because you might be going to SDA, you might be going to any other church.
All right.
But you don't know everything. You don't know everything. God gave us the Bible so that we should learn from it. Right? We share ideas. The reason why there are churches, the main reason why there are churches or the people go to church, it is because you don't know everything. In as much as salvation is personal, but you don't know everything. For you to make it personal to you, you need to hear something from my brother. You need to hear something from his point of view. How does he understand? Right? Then you come to a discussion. You teach each other, you listen to each other, then you understand what God is saying to us. I think if you're going to go from that kind of perspective, or we're going to look from that angle, it's much more easier to unite ourselves. Even like when you're doing sports and everything. Some people, they don't come because maybe the same day you're going to put the sports day there at church. Right? So at the end of the day, if we have that common ground, we understand that we cannot do this thing because so and so it's a Sunday. This church is at church. Yeah. So we cannot do this activity because we don't want to exclude them.
So basically it's we can unite in the sphere of togetherness.
Yes.
the sphere of trying to unite as people coming from one land, one Africa, and everything like that. But in terms of religion and faith, it becomes a bit personal.
No, I'm saying that's where it starts. At the end of the day, the commandment was given. It was not given to any specific church. Just go here and preach.
Okay.
Right. So you cannot preach to people that you don't talk to,
interact with. Yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, we need to create first an environment that is conducive for people to come and be preached to.
Ah, okay.
You see.
All right.
So that's the issue. If you can address that one, no matter who is preaching, no matter who is talking, right? You're doing your mission as a church. It doesn't matter how you understand it. If you create an environment that is conducive for everyone to be there and enjoy and teach each other and listen to each other, that's where it starts.
Guys, like, doctrines aside, everything aside, let's be one. We are one community here, and let's have an environment that's conducive for all that. I think we're going through the same problems, regardless of which denomination you are coming from. So we need to be united as a people, united as a whole, and work together. So you guys have been amazing, man. Like this video, subscribe, share to your friends. Let's all come and watch together. I'm with my brothers here, the money makers, Forex, Kwafato Bruvos, and everything, guys. You guys have been cool, and I'm your host, Charlie doing the most, Charlie doing the business. So you guys, whatever questions you have for our host next time, for our panelists next time, please, you guys write them in the comment section. I want to see those questions, and I'll take your questions, guys, because they're genuine questions we need, on this island. No man is an island on the island.
Yes,
so we really need to help each other out. Hear what my brothers think. Hear what some of you guys think. Your contributions are important as well. We want to know what you guys think, what everyone thinks, and we sit together. And we hope that you guys are going to be able to join us next time. If you also want to be part of the panel, just text me, send a comment there, and we'll contact you, man. Like, arrange the time and everything. Come, let's hear your mind. Let's hear you out, guys. So this has been Random Conversations with the boys. I don't know if you boys want to market yourself or something to our viewers, but this is it, man. This is it. We've come to the end. Anything.
Cheers, bros.
Yeah, this is it. We'll see you next time.
So yeah, viewers, like I said, for the 5th time, because it's important, subscribe, like, share. This needs to be viewed by everyone on the island. Black people, one love.